this episode, we deepen our mastery of our subconscious by investigating the design and purpose of our planet, our galaxy, and our universe, enhance our own life purpose. We explore how the polarity integration game of life works. This will enable you to make sense of the crazy chaos we see in our personal lives, and the planet too.
Welcome to the Subconscious Revealed, a brand new, fresh, and unprecedented exploration at the lives we live, where we peek into the engines that run the universe and humanity, and master the game of life. In this series, we see how the universe is actually designed as a game that spirit plays. It is called the Polarity Integration Game, and it is played throughout the universe since the beginning of the universe. You and I are only the latest installment of this game. You see this game at play in your life at every moment. You just may not have thought of it in that way. Think about it. Your life is full of polarities, dualities such as love or hate, good or bad, positive or negative, yin or yang, male or female, rich or poor, fat or thin, on or off, hungry or satisfied, all those gazillion other wonderful contrasts that fill every corner of our lives at every single moment. Polarity integration goes by many names, such as unconditional love, forgiveness, and dropping judgment. This video series is the missing manual that you'll wish your parents gave to you many years ago to save you all the fear, scarcities, troubles, and confusion that may have occupied your life. The past 8,000 years of humanity's history were relatively calm, but today's world is full of unprecedented chaotic changes in our economic and social structures, coupled with massive technological and spiritual advances. This missing manual could not have come at a better time. And now, you have it. Finally, let's examine what you shall discover in this missing manual. The game pieces, artifacts, and objects. Unravel the hidden magical quantum energy that the subconscious uses to create your reality 50 billion times per second. When you change your subconscious, your life changes precisely because of this energy. The game rules of interaction. Go deeper than ever before into the world of beliefs and thoughts, consciousness and the ego, and finally begin to see through the magic trick that the subconscious plays on us. The game player's hardware. Solve the mystery of how our body's energy system, emotions, and chakras really work to create our reality from our subconscious. The game player's software. Discover the multi-dimensional divine portion of your DNA and see how your Akashic and karmic engines have always driven your life. Discover the hidden kingdom of miraculous subconscious powers that resides within you. The game player's team. See the larger structure of your subconscious, which is bigger than we thought. It includes human consciousness, the innate, the higher self, our guides, the soul, and Gaia, the planet herself. The game center. Our planet Earth gives us our life support, the game's initial boundary conditions, and the arena for social gameplay. Uncover the hidden systems that make Earth a conscious entity called Gaia. See the systems that your subconscious plugs into in Gaia and how that enables you to literally change the world and vice versa. The game's current level challenges. Take a rare insider's glimpse into exactly why there is so much fear and scarcity on Earth, and exactly what you can do to convert Earth into an abundant, peaceful, ascended planet. The game centers myths and bugs. Burst some limiting beliefs that prevent you from accessing the true, magnificent extent and power of your subconscious by gaining a new understanding of humanity's history on this planet in an expanded way that will expand your appreciation of yourself and free you from several major belief level limitations. The game space. Deepen your mastery of your subconscious by investigating the design and purpose of our planet, our galaxy, and our universe, and hence your own life purpose. Explore how the polarity integration game of life works, and start to make sense of the crazy chaos we see in our personal lives and on the planet. The game's next level participants. Your subconscious is actually a unique piece of a jigsaw puzzle that is the entire universe. Explore the possibility that your subconscious is infinite and may have a universal and galactic origin and history that affects you today. Explore the next stage of humanity as an active participant in the greater cosmos. The next stage is coming soon. Who shall we find there? The game players are also its makers. Recognize your subconscious as part of source energy. Understand why you are pieces of and extensions of the Creator, and investigate how creation works and what it has to do with the polarity integration game. Discover how it can be that on this side of the veil you are human, but on the other side of the veil you are a multi-dimensional soul. The game's goal is to gain enlightenment and ascension by successfully bringing polarities and dualities together and integrating them, transcending them, otherwise known as forgiveness and unconditional love of yourself and others, the healing of the illusion of separation. This fresh new perspective of our lives can bring us an unprecedented level of clarity, mastery, meaning, and purpose to our lives. It will help you get unstuck. It will help you to see through the magic tricks that the subconscious plays on you. As Pythagoras of ancient Greece once said, "Know thyself, and ye shall know the universe and the gods." You'll be amazed how quickly your life will unfold once you begin unraveling what is inside you. I guarantee that you will not walk out of this video series the same way you came in. But first, a quick disclaimer. What you are about to watch is not a new religion, cult, or faith. We do not claim it is the only truth. Instead, it is the result of years of painstaking research into the nature of reality. It is a framework that will help you find your own truths, higher truths, that vastly and immensely liberate and empower you, that will help you drop limiting conditioning and beliefs. Welcome to the Missing Polarity Integration Game Manual. Will we win the game and enjoy an ascended, abundant, and peaceful planet with awesome personal lives? Or will we lose the game, destroy our planet, and make our personal lives harder? It is up to you and I. The clock is ticking.
Many of us want to know our purpose, the meaning of our lives. Intuitively, we know that our lives have a deeper meaning than getting up in the morning, going to work, coming back home. Intuitively, we know that the challenges that we face in life also have a deeper meaning. And so we walk around saying, everything has a reason. But despite all this, many of us have no idea what that purpose or reason is. Knowing our purpose is a big step forward toward becoming intimate with our subconscious. I, for one, had no idea what my bigger purpose was. Okay, yeah, sure. I know I love writing, publishing, and sharing this kind of information, and I do feel it is part of my purpose and mission. But why is that even there? I mean, if I zoomed out and left my narcissistic tendencies and considered the bigger picture, then what really is my fundamental purpose? I mean, what is humanity's purpose as a whole? Does being human have a purpose? Does the human race itself have a purpose? If I discovered that purpose, wouldn't I have a smoother way through the peaks and valleys that are part and parcel of life? I mean, I know we cannot get rid of peaks and valleys in our lives. We are always going to have ups and downs. But I believe, as the Buddha did, that although pain may not be optional, suffering is definitely optional. With the right understanding, even pain doesn't make us suffer. And in fact, pain can even have joy in it. But without understanding, pain makes us suffer badly. But beyond pain, what about the joy and thrill and the feeling of value and high self-worth that comes from knowing that we matter greatly, that we have a greater purpose just by the fact that we are alive? That's worth investigating, wouldn't you agree? And so I went seeking, and that seeking led me to the purpose of the planet, and then it led me to the purpose of the galaxy, which then led me to the purpose of the universe, which then led me to the Creator's purpose. And I realized that I was part of a bigger picture, that I was part of the whole, and without me, without you, the whole would be incomplete. And so in this video, I shall attempt to deliver to you my research findings. As always, you can expect us to go beyond the boundaries of what we can prove. So keep an open mind and use your discernment to see what rings true to you and what doesn't. Also, this is just my perspective, my research findings. I do not claim that this is the one and only truth. So now, let's dive right into the deep end. And for this, we need to burst another myth. And that myth says that Earth is the only planet with humanoid, intelligent life, and that humanoid intelligent life showed up here on Earth by evolutionary accident or some other random such start. It's time for some proof that this myth could be wrong. Did you know that there are roughly 500 billion galaxies in this particular universe? Meaning there is somewhere in the region of 50 sextillion habitable planets in this universe. That is 50 trillion planets. We don't even have a word really to describe that number. In our galaxy alone, they estimate 1 billion Earth-like planets in existence. Yes, new research released only in the past 2 years shows this to be so. This news is so fresh, it hasn't hit the textbooks yet. Not only that, some of these Earth-like planets are 3 to 4 billion years ahead of us in terms of evolution. Earth is a very new, a very recent planet compared to some of the planets out there. Imagine this. Earth's Homo sapiens is only 200,000 years old. Its current civilization is less than 10,000 years old, if that. Now, can you imagine where we would be after 10 million years? Look at where we are now. Just imagine, how are we going to look like after, let's say, 3 billion years? We are literally the new kids on the block. There are likely other civilizations that are billions of years old. We are not even out of the fossil fuel stage yet. We haven't even started to think about the cosmic stage as a species. What are they for? I mean, I grew up under a Christian household as a kid, and back then we got told that God made Adam and Eve in a garden, a snake came by and ruined that plan, but ultimately God put us here to see if we can be good boys and girls, and if we pass the test, polarity. It's always love versus fear, up versus down, left and right, good and bad, yin and yang, hot and cold, male and female, light and dark. You know, I mean, why is it a duality, for Christ's sake? Why could it not have been 5 choices instead of always 2 poles to choose from? Why are really and as objectively as possible find out where we human beings fit in this whole plan? Life is a game that the creator plays at many levels. To understand this concept, let us first understand the nature of games. We have all played games. I'm sure you've played some games. I think it's impossible for a human being to go through their life without having played some kind of game. So we all These boundaries could be psychological, such as the human consciousness, which is limited to its 5 senses. It could be temporal, such as birth and death, and so on. Even if infinity and eternity is all there is, for the sake of the game, a boundary condition has to be created, even if it is all in an illusion and not part of the real world. Obviously, the game has rules of interaction. These rules are necessary so as to define the constraints of the game space. For example, gravity is one such rule. Cause and effect is another rule. The law of attraction is another rule. A good game prevents cheating, for then the game would not really work. A game also has artifacts, physical or otherwise. These artifacts hold information about the game. They are a camouflage that not only keeps away the real world, but also represents concepts within the game. I think that's important to capture, so I'll say it again. These artifacts hold information about the game. In other words, everything that you see around you holds information about the game that you're playing. These artifacts, the things that you see around you, are actually camouflage that keeps the real world away and also represents concepts within the game, represents to you certain concepts within the game. For example, a wife or a husband or a car or a highway are all artifacts that hold certain meaning in our particular lives. In this game, the wife is information of a certain kind. The husband is information of another kind. When the wife kisses the husband, that's also information. When she slaps him across the face, that is another kind of information. This information is also used to track progress or keep score and to give a picture, so to speak, of the game's current state. The players themselves, meaning you and I, are also artifacts in and of themselves. And finally, every game has a goal. The players must have a predetermined way to know when they have scored or when the game is over. This parameter also gives incentive and motivation for the players to play the game. Now, pause this video and chew on that. I know we all have lives that we take seriously. You know, families that we support and get support from, challenges and struggles that we battle with, and, well, you know, things that are very serious and things that matter a great deal for us in our lives. So, sometimes we might feel a bit insulted to be asked to consider all that as a game. I get that, I understand that. But, please, entertain yourself for a moment and ask yourself, can you see how your life might be a game with precisely these 5 elements that are found commonly in all games? Does your life have a game space? Does it have boundaries? Does it have rules? Does it have artifacts? And does it have a goal?